My name's Kevin Johnson. I'm the Agriculture Extension Agent in Wayne County. And today we're at Greg Rouse's and R&S Farms near Pricetown. Greg is harvesting cotton. He's almost finished up. We got here at the end of his cropping, or harvesting, and only got about, what, 10 more acres to go?
That'll be about the end of it.
About 10 more acres, so glad to get this behind you. It's been a good crop this year, hasn't it?
Extremely well, especially for the dry conditions that we had. This is one of the few crops I don't think has suffered as bad as the rest of them have.
It really, for the county this year, I would say cotton is one of our better crops. Our tobacco crop suffered greatly. The companies did not want the tobacco. The prices were not good. Soybeans are definitely hurt from the dry weather and the heat. Our corn crop was pretty tough this year too. But for cotton was the one crop that does appear to be doing well this year. I don't know how. It was very hot and dry. I think we've got some good varieties. The genetics are really good now. And but as a whole, I can't say this for sure. We still not got all the crop in, but the cotton crop's probably going to be average close to, what, 900 pounds?
Yeah, I think the worst we've picked so far has averaged about 970 pounds.
So that's real good. There have been some farmers in the county that have talked as high as 3 bales, which would be 1,500 pounds to the acre. And I have heard of some cases where 500 pounds, you know, on some really light land that suffered from the drought. But all in all, it's going to be a good year for cotton crop. So I think what we're going to do is we want to show y'all how farmers in the county harvest the crop and how they pack it in these modules over here. We'll show you that in just a few minutes. And it's a very interesting crop. Help explain it to you. All right, we want to show you a little bit about how a cotton picker works.
Got that outside here.
Good, okay. Basically, this is a 4-row machine, and you're on 38-inch rows. So what he's going to do is he's going to run a row of cotton right into this area right here. And you can see, if you look over here to the side, all these spindles. And Greg, if you want to explain what
it actually does, these sets of bars turn this way, and as they're turning, these spindles are also turning. And what it does when the cotton goes through here, it mashes it flat, and them little spindles have got little burrs on them, and they pull the cotton out of the bowls. And then what happens is, I'll show you back, it's probably easier to see back here. It goes, and these doffers are turning the opposite way of what the spindles are, and it knocks the cotton off. Well, when it knocks the cotton off, it falls right here. And what it is, you got a big, more or less vacuum cleaner that sucks the cotton up into the basket. And that's the basics of a cotton picker.
It really is. You just, the expense in a cotton picker is all these spindles and the moving parts. But once this header it pulls the cotton out of the cotton bowl. Once it does that and drops in there, it's just a big vacuum cleaner, and it sucks it up into that basket. Now the cotton it'll have some trash in it. It'll still have the seed in it. It'll have a few burrs, but they'll pack it in one of these modules, and then when they go to the gin will clean out the seed and most of the trash and most of the burrs. It'll clean out most of that. Okay, here's a cotton. Basically, you're looking at, once you have about the 4th of July, a cotton plant will start blooming. And about 50 days later, essentially, that bowl will be mature and it'll pop open, and you'll have this lint. And this is a 4-lock bowl. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 locks. Some of the larger bowls down at the bottom might have 5. Down here's a 5-lock bowl. But what happens is the cotton picker will come through here, and we showed y'all those spindles, and what they do is they grab that cotton and they pull it out. And it'll go through there and pull all these out. Then, like I say, it'll fall down and it'll suck it up into that basket. But within that cotton plant, there are seed, and we got to get those seed out of there. And each lock will have anywhere from 7 to 9 seed in it. And that seed is a very valuable resource. Number one, they use it, they sell it. These gins, after the cotton gins get it out, they will sell it for livestock feed. It's high in protein. And of course, they can, there's cottonseed oil, and they can clean the lint off of it and use it to replant cotton next year. So cotton is it's a very interesting crop. It's fun to grow. It's one of the funner crops to grow. We have to pitch it to keep the growth down. Cotton is actually a perennial crop, and we grow it as an annual crop. But if we didn't pix it, which pix is a growth regulator, if we didn't do that, it would get very tall. And the taller it gets, the fewer bolls it will set on the plant. Greg's main goal is to keep a short, compact plant with a lot of bolls because we want to improve our yield. All right, as you can see, Greg is coming towards us right now. He's picking this cotton, and you can see the picker. He's riding down the rows. Those spindles are going through there, and they're just ripping this cotton out. They're blowing it up. You can see it blowing into that basket up there, and you can see he has picked these rows right here. You see how these are the burrs, how he has picked this cotton already. And a lot of people ask, well, there's a lot of cotton still out here, but it's really not that much cotton. There's only probably 2 or 3% of the crop still out here. He is getting the majority of the crop. But I'll back up and just let y'all see as he approaches. What Greg is doing now is he's gonna pull up here to this module builder and he's gonna dump his basket. And so all that cotton, which is very loose, is gonna be in this module builder. And we'll show you in just a few minutes how we pack these modules down. As you can see that cotton coming out, it does have a lot of trash in it. It has some of the dried leaves. It has burrs. It does have all the seed, of course. And the ginning process, which is another very interesting process, will get most of that out. It'll get all the seed out and most of the trash. And when you get done with a cotton bale, they'll sell it directly to the textile mills. The concept behind the module builder is very simple. I just use hydraulic pressure to push the cotton down, and right now he's just spreading it out evenly in the module. But in a minute he will push down and pack it in there. Usually, depending on the year and the cotton and the variety, you can get anywhere from 12 to 18 bales of cotton in a module. Okay, as you can see, Greg dumps his cotton directly from his cotton picker into the module builder. Some of our growers in the county use what we call bowl buggies. They will dump directly into a buggy and dump into this module builder while he continues to pick. It just depends on the grower and how many acres they have as to whether they use bowl buggies or not. as you can see right now, we got Greg harvesting over here, and we've got a gentleman in a tractor, and he is actually mowing down these stalks. As I told you, cotton is a perennial, very woody crop, and so you have to mow these stalks down and get them out of the way. And then Greg will come back in here, and he may plant some small grain in here, or he'll rotate crops, but he has to get rid of these woody stalks. What we're going to see now is we're going to pull the module builder away from this cotton that we have compressed in here. And Greg, we probably got what, 15, 18 bales of cotton?
Most of them been averaging 14, 15 bales. 14
to 15 bales. So they're getting ready to lift the tires and pull this off. And you'll see the compressed cotton in there. And then they're going to have to put a cover on top of it to keep the water from going in there and keeping the cotton from going bad on top. Now they'll put the cover on, and then you'll put some kind of lettering on there so they'll know that it's your module at the gin.
I'll call the gin and they'll give me a number, and then we'll take some black ink and spray cans and paint the number on the side of it. Then they'll send what they call a module truck, and it'll come in and pick it up, carry it to the gin, and then they'll gin it.
They'll gin it, and it may sit on the lot at the gin depending on how far they're backed up. Probably not backed up much this year, but they'll as soon as they can, they'll run it through the gin, and then they'll give you quality grades, and you'll know exactly what your yields are. And this year, I think, like I say, it's been a real good cotton crop for us. Not exactly sure what our county average will be, but it'll be somewhere probably around 900 pounds. We're looking forward to next year. We've got some of the highest prices we've ever had in our lifetime. I mean, it's, you know, we can sell cotton next year at probably, I'm guessing 90 cents, but a lot of it got booked at 80 cents. But you know, we'll be able to make a profit on cotton, but then it'll help make up for those other crops that we didn't make a profit on. And so we're looking forward to it. I know we'll have a lot more cotton in the county next year. Wouldn't be surprised if our acreage doesn't double next year. So, looking forward to another productive season next year. And Greg, I want to thank you for letting us come out today.
Yes,
we appreciate it.
We've enjoyed having you.
I hope that you'll be able to get this crop out and get your beans. I hope you'll have a pretty good soybean crop. And then we can look forward to next year.
I hope so. Maybe we'll get a little bit more rain in July and August anyway next year.
It won't be so hot. Yeah.
But Compared to how it done this year, how cotton's doing, maybe we need it dry next year.
Maybe so. I don't know. It's done well considering the circumstances.
It really has. We've been very blessed. Very blessed.
But we do appreciate it. Thank you for letting us come out today.
Anytime.